Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to go through this Leetcode 953, verifying a alien dictionary. So this question was asked by Facebook for 77 times in the past 6 months. So if you are going for an interview with Facebook, you do not want to miss this video. Let's dive in. In an alien language, surprisingly, they also use English lowercase letters, but possibly in a different order. The order of the alphabet is in some permutation of lowercase letters. Given a sequence of a word written in an alien language, and the order of the alphabet, return true if and only if the given words are sorted lexicographically in this alien language. So let's take a look at some example in here. The word that we are given is hello, Leetcode, and the order is this string. So basically what you need to check is to see if they are sorted according to this order, right? So to check the sorting, the first thing to check is to check the letter, right? The first letter of the first word, and also the first letter of the second word. And in this language is H, and the first letter of the second word is L. And then we look at this order, right? So H comes before L, so this is okay. I mean, in the case where if they are the same letter, as we can see in the following example, word and word, and as you can see, WOR and WOR, these three letters, they are the same for both the words, right? So and then what we're going to do is to look at the next letter, which is D and L, and compare the order of D and order of L. Actually, D should come after L according to this language. So that's why it's a false, because this is not sorted properly, right? So because the word should come before the word. Word. Not pun intended. Anyway, so let's go through another example. But I think you know what I'm getting at. Let's go through another example. Apple and app. Okay, so these three letters of the same word of the two words, they are the same. However, the second word is shorter. That's why it should come before so the second word should come before the first word. That's why this is not sorted as well. Also, there's some constraints in here. So the way that we can solve this is to, I think it's better to just dive into the code. I think you have a better understanding. First, we need to have a dictionary. I mean, this dictionary is not necessary. I think it's easier for me to write a code, but you don't have to use it. Basically, I have the index and the character. So basically, the key is the character, right, and the value is the index. So essentially, for example, H, L. So in that dictionary, let me print it off. I think it's easier to see. Print all the dic. So as you can see, H being a key, value is the index, L, and then value of 1, etc. So that's why I call it. Again, you don't have to use this order dic. Just you can use the index of, and it just look up the index of that character in that in the order string. Okay, and so what we're gonna do is to compare the words in a pairs. For example, we need to, for example, in this one we have three words in the list. So we need to compare first word against the second word, and then compare the second word with the third word. So the way to do that is to use a for loop. So for loop for I in the range of length of the words -1, because we have to compare two words at once. That's why we cannot. We have the -1, and now we have a pair of two words, word 1 and word 2. And we look at the index, and now we have the J. Index, actually this is I think it's better to place it over here, easy to understand. So now there's an edge case where if the two words are the same, and we just continue to compare other words, right? If let's say hello, and next word is hello as well, and that is we're gonna return true because it's sorted in that way, right? They're just the same word. And now we have the j index. So while the j is less than the minimum length, so because we have to compare this j is going to be the index, look at the two words that we do comparison with. Okay, so that's why the j index must be less than the minimum of the length minus 1. And also another condition in the while loop is that if the characters are the same, and then we just increase the j index by 1. So basically what this is going on is to, for example, in this case, example number 2, right? Let me zoom in a little bit. We are comparing for example, for these two words, right? So we loop through, for example, for the first character, they're the same. Second character is still the same. Third character, still the same. The fourth character is not the same. So this is where we do the comparison. So that's why we need to have the while loop to exit. I mean, to keep looping until we find the two characters that are not the same, right? So this is exactly what it's doing. This guy over here. And then after we get the proper j index, and now we can compare another example that we had before, right? Example number 4, where one word is apple, another one is app, right? So, so app should come before apple, right? So, so this line covers that case that we talked about. So this should be example number 3. Example number 3. So if the j index is equal to the length of the second word minus 1 because of the index, and also they are the same, right? And then we turn the false because the word 2 should come before word 1. Okay, and then now what we can do is to look at the index, right? So because the index is look at that order dictionary, look at the character, right? And the index 1, it should come before, should be less than index 2. If that's not the case, we turn the false. If we can go through the whole thing and we don't hit the false, and gonna return the true. Let's run that. See, it looks okay. So for time complexity, it's gonna be as you can see, there's a one for loop in here. Loop through all the possible pair of words, and it's gonna be O N and being number words. And also there's another for loop in here. There's a while loop, and yeah. So it's gonna be B over N. So it's the double for loop here is B over M times N. For space complexity, we not necessarily in this order dictionary, so I would say big O 1. You don't have to use it. I just use for my own convenience. You can modify this code a little bit to optimize the space costing. So this is my solution. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next one. Thank you for watching.